Good evening, everyone. The resolution present to us today is digital education better than no education? I, Aman Shah, is speaking for the motion. The University of Edinburgh outlines digital education as the innovative use of digital tools to aid physical teaching and learning. Digital education provides educators with an opportunity to create blended learning opportunities tailored to the needs of the learners. It can be done both in the blended form or in an online mode. Digital education extends beyond the four walls of the classroom and can be accessed at any time. Digital education helps us to deal better in adversity in a better way. In these unprecedented situations of this pandemic, digital education is our only ray of hope to continue learning. Allied institutes such as IIMs and even small government schools have shifted to digital educations. Absence of these opportunities will lead to a quite negative impact. A study of the 2005 earthquake in Pakistan revealed that with children missing for only 3 months of the schooling, after four years, they realized that the children have lost around 1.5 years of their education life. Today, we can try to avoid these outcomes. How? Because we have cheaper than ever mobile data, smartphones, penetration of internet, which is worth more than 50% every year. I have been teaching underprivileged children through Child Rights and You for over a year. And during this pandemic, even I shifted to the digital means. It was not easy, but the children were learning, which is better than no education at all. Digital education is much more than learning just over the Zoom. In interactive screen, replacing chalkboards with interactive screen allow us to make educational contents more interesting. A recent research by McGraw-Hill EduTech, a textbook company, shows that students found 71% more engagement while dealing with digital resources, and they have a retention of around 97%. Amazing. Students who have used Khan Academy to supplement their education.
That was it from to
Replacing chalkboards with interactive screen allow us to make educational content more interesting. A research by McGraw-Hill Educations, a textbook company, found that around 75% of the users have found digital resources more engaging. They have an interpretation of around 97%. Students who have used Khan Academy to supplement their educations have seen their test score increase up to 1.8 times, and that is from grade 4 to the second year school economics. Even the recent acquisitions of Whitehead Junior by Byju's of worth 300 million all cash deal shows us that digital education is the future. It is growing at a compound growth rate of 43.5% and is estimated to be a $1 billion industry by the year 2021. Achieving to deliver education online is our only ray of hope.
that will be it from Toastmaster Aman Shaw. And I request every other speaker in this meeting, every other participant of this meeting, to please mute themselves when they are not supposed to speak. Uh, Timer, can you please indicate me the end of 1 minute?
Yes, I will. I'll just change it to
Thank
red.
you.
1 minute is done.
All right. Thank you, Toastmaster Anirban. And request to all the speakers, before I start speaking, please pin the timer that is Toastmaster Anirban, so that whenever you're all speaking, you don't have to look for the timer cards. So you can just pin the timer card before started speaking. Moving ahead with the second speaker for the day, that is the first speaker of Team N. And that will be Toastmaster Anisha Agarwal, who will be speaking against the motion. The stage is all yours.
I'm not able to pin the timer.
Just see the timer card, Toastmaster Anirban's card that is showing downstairs.
There's a 3-dot button. Just click on there and you'll get the option to pin screen.
I think she's on phone.
We can pin it on phone.
Yeah, we can do it. Yeah, we can. I tried it.
Okay, we will flag the cards. No worries. At the end of.
Yeah, it will be better that we put it on spotlight later.
Yes, we'll be spotlighting. No worries.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. We can continue. So,
Okay.
So,
Starting it.
Yeah, Toastmaster Anisha Agarwal, the stage is all yours.
Good evening, everyone. As Bob Talbot said, teaching kids to count is fine, but teaching them what counts is best. This piece of wisdom highlights the importance of more holistic approach towards education, which is necessary for nurturing a child. It is traditional education which serves as the best proven medium to achieve this. The present pandemic has not only affected economies across the world, but also has rattled political structures and governments. While some of the countries face stagnation in growth and serious health security issues, almost all face challenges to their education systems. India is amongst those countries whose education institutions, including schools and colleges, have been shut down in the light of the spread of COVID-19. These educational institutions have no set date for reopening. India faces a huge disparity between the rural and the urban people. Electricity and the internet connectivity issues have been the major concerns. There is a lack of digital infrastructure for both the teachers and students, and there is a disparity in internet connection and access to devices where all students might have not their smartphones, their own laptops. So it's difficult for the parents to decide whom to provide the laptop or smartphone and whom not to provide any of those. Most of the students are now undertaking online classes due to the ongoing pandemic. This is because many children spend extra hours on mobile phones and laptops. Experts have also proven that these are basically due to the digital classes that can have on eyes of young children. Eye straining is one of the most important factor which is taking place. Some of the symptoms include excessive blinking, tearing, dry eyes, and many more. There was a research by one of the doctors in US. Her name is Dr. Sindhu, and she had told that irritation, burning, sensation, double vision are some of the important factors which cause these. There are many other health hazards related to spending excessive time online. One of the teachers in DU they had told that abusement and harassment were there by some of the attendees. The teachers have informed that the university administration about the misbehavior, and assistant professor of South Campus of Delhi University said he was taking online classes in Zoom, but when he logged in, he started some of them started writing obscene messages on the chat. It took few minutes, but none of them was able to understand. Thank you.
The host doesn't let the moderator unmute himself. Anyway, thank you, Toastmaster Anisha. Timer, please, can we have 1 minute's indication?
Yeah. Also, I have made you a co-host, so you can unmute yourself now.
Thank you. Finally. Thank you, Toastmaster Anirban. The next speaker is going to be the second speaker from Team N, who's going to rebut the first speaker of Team A. The next speaker is Toastmaster Shaunak Paul. Toastmaster Shaunak, can you just pin the timer card? Toastmaster Shaunak?
Just let me check. I
Yeah,
just
sure.
tried the other time. I could not do it.
All right. If you can add, that's not a
There is
problem.
no
We can
option of
put it on
pinning the
Spotlight.
timer.
Okay, we'll do one thing. We'll put it on Spotlight like we did for Toastmaster Anisha. Is that okay?
Right, that would be just fine.
All right, thank you. So Toastmaster Shaunak Paul, the stage is all yours.
Good evening, everyone. Is the implementation of digital education such an overriding task that needs to be done at all costs? I do not think so. But the first speaker's arguments made me feel so. The information usually seen as a precondition of debate is better understood by its byproduct. In order to check the sustainability of an education system, both merits and demerits need to be taken into consideration for proper judgment. The first speaker said that there are a lots of educational courses available online which can be accessed at any time. But what do you have to say about the rightfulness of that information? There are a lot of unverified educational information all over the internet. So this unproven information hinders rather than facilitating student learning. In the year 2014, Los Angeles Unified School took a digital move to give every student a tablet computer equipped with digital curriculum. And so they made a purchase of around 650,000 iPads at a cost of $1.3 billion. Soon, problems started arising due to poor organizing and planning. Huge data demand and poor training of teachers came initially. Later, later many students learned to bypass security features and use the iPads to surf the internet. Henceforth, with too many problems coming into the picture, the school officially ended the initiative in the year 2015. My second question to the first speaker is that how do we aspire to achieve equality when a major part of the population are having their rights to education snatched from them? Being a well-progressed developing nation, India still accounts for 65.33% of its total population as rural, according to the World Bank's collection of development indicators. A small fraction of this population has access to computer or the internet. Henceforth, this brings a digital divide to the students from lower socio-economic background. With this, I want to reiterate that digital education is not at all a sustainable alternative and henceforth not better.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shaunak, for your views. And can we have 1 minute silence? Well, the next speaker from Team A is going to rebut the first speaker of Team N. And the next speaker is Toastmaster Achut Todi. The stage is all yours.
Am I clearly audible?
Yep.
My screen has been spotlighted, so I actually can't see the timer. Anirban, can you help me with whoever's the tech master?
Yes, that cannot actually be held. So what we will do is we will be spotlighting my screen when each time frame comes. Like when I change.
Okay, got it. Cool.
yellow and red,
Works.
I'll
Perfect.
spotlight.
All right. Okay. Good evening, everyone, and especially my opportune speaker. Anisha, you mentioned a couple of three interesting points actually, which helped me explain my stance. Digital education is better, definitely better than no online education. Your first claim was that education is required to nurture a child. Certainly so it is. And online education is necessary because children benefit from structured learning environments. And the problem is that this pandemic is sort of uncertain. And there is a danger of children regressing if their education is interrupted for too long. Earlier, we all thought that the lockdown is going to last for a couple of weeks to maximum 4 weeks. So this is like a summer vacation. But the summer vacation is turned into almost a 6-month semester break, pretty much like a gap year, right? And this cannot happen because children grow or develop between the ages of 4 to 8 most significantly. So that can't happen, and online education, while not a replacement, is required. Second, there's a fallacy in your statement about schools, uncertainty about schools reopening. Earlier, yes, there was, but now schools are beginning to reopen from a phased manner between September 1st to November 14th. What a gift to Children's Day, right? I mean, although the kids will hate it, it's great. The third is an irony in what you mentioned. First, you said that there is lack of access to screens, internet, combination of devices. And the second point you mentioned was that some Dr. Sindhu said that too much screen time is bad. Okay, so setting the facts straight. India has digital access of about 24% of its entire children population. What this means is that the ones who have access, they actually waste their time on the top 6 apps on phones: TikTok, YouTube, photo sharing, like Instagram, VSCO, and Pinterest. None of these being educational apps. So we shouldn't blame screen time for the misuse of resources. And on the other hand, the children the 76% who don't have access, actually just are exposed to screen for 60 to 90 minutes per day, which clearly means that there is scope for children to continue accessing digital education platforms. Lastly, I would like to say that this is actually a silver lining, because digital education is not here to replace physical education, but simply aid it in adverse times, because learning is essential and we need to continue it. Therefore, it is better, certainly better than no education.
Thank you, Toastmaster Achut. Can we have a minute silence? The next speaker is Toastmaster Gaurav Gyani, who will be rebutting all the speakers from Team A who have spoken before. So Toastmaster Gaurav Gyani, the stage is all yours.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you have previously seen, my team stands firmly against today's motion. And by the end of this debate, you are going to agree with us. Creative speaking is something that is not meant for debates. Unlike the opposing team, I like to base my argument on facts and only facts. So let's look into that. Toastmaster Aman spoke about someone from Khan Academy or other students from Khan Academy increasing their marks by up to 1.8 times. Let me explain exactly how that happens. One of the most renowned institutions in India, Rice University, has already taken final semester exams, adopting the metal server, where the video and audio were proctored with eye movement tracking and screen sharing. The software tracks even the slightest movement of eyelids with a 70% integrity marking. Even then, my friend from the university told me that almost every single student cheated, including him, with ease. And this happened by sticking post-its on the monitor and behind it. And so it looked like all the students were looking at the screen. Every single student got away with it, and this completely defeats the purpose of examinations and undermines its credibility. Another very crucial argument is the safety of students. Everyone has heard that even people like Mark Zuckerberg, the CEO of Facebook, and Sundar Pichai, the CEO of Google, have admitted to a jury that they are in fact listening to the things we say and watching the things we do. When we are exposing children even more to the digital world, especially video conferencing, they can be contacted by the wrong people and influenced in the wrong way. My final argument is the availability of resources. As Shaunak mentioned before, 65% of our population is rural, with the primary occupation being agriculture. We talk about a man named Kuldeep from Gumar village, who sold his only cow for 6,000 rupees in order to buy a smartphone so that his two children could be educated online. That cow was his only source of livelihood. I ask you, how is a man like Kuldeep going to provide for his family now? I ask you, when is it possible, when it is highly possible that an entire family might just be brought to the streets and face starvation? Is digital education really better? Is it more important than living? I rest my case here.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gaurav. Can we have a minute's silence now for the judges to mark the ballot? Thank you, Toastmaster Anirban. Well, the next speaker is Toastmaster Ayush Vaidya, who will be rebutting all the speakers from Team N who have spoken before. Toastmaster Ayush Vaidya, the stage is all yours.
Just a minute before starting, I am not able to see Anirban. Just let me find him.
You don't have to pin it. We will put it on Spotlight.
Okay, you're gonna put on the
Yeah,
spot.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So good evening, everyone. I am here to speak for the motion. And as the second speaker spoke that 65% in India are rural areas, I agree. But that does mean that 65% of them are not getting the internet access. No. According to the National Broadband Mission, India has a penetration rate of 50% in internet. And by 2022, each and every villages will have the internet access. It's just a matter of 1 or 2 years when they will get the access. Secondly, he said that in a study in US in 2015, it showed that the iPad and that all that information could not be gathered properly, and it created a lot of mess. That was in 2015. But if you study in 2020, we have evolved tremendously. Tesla has produced electric cars. This is the power of digital marketing. The digital education. We have evolved tremendously, and each and everything is well organized, well given on the internet. If, for example, you have Udemy, you have Coursera, you have Byju's, that are so well delivered and so well organized according to your flexibility. Second, the third speaker said about the exams. In physical exams, we do cheat. I have cheated a lot of times in physical exams too. And yes, he has given a fact according to his friend. So we cannot rely on a fact given by a friend. We need a full facts. And he said that how how that 6,000 was generated by selling a cow. I agree. But did you see that Sonu Sood came to help him? Even the government said that we will take care of this situation where someone has to sell for their student. Government is working and government is funding the children's. Like in US, teachers have been provided with 1 lakh laptops for their study so that they can study, so that they can prepare the students from home. Even the students had got the access to internet and their bill has been paid by the government. This is how they are able to access easily. So here I am to say that digital education is always better than no education. As we know, empty mind is a mind to devil. So it's always better to have digital education here in our home. Thank you, and back to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster. Ayush, can we have a minute's silence? Thank you, Toastmaster Anirban. Well, the next speaker is the final speaker from Team N, and will be rebutting all the speakers from Team A as well as giving his closing argument. Toastmaster Harsh Diwan, the stage is all yours.
Good evening, everyone. So digital education is a risky mass experiment today being conducted at the expense of our little children. And I'm sorry, I do not share the same blind exuberance of my opponents who went before me. Let me tell you why. So the Right to Free and Compulsory Education Act in India makes education a fundamental right of every child up to the age of 14. And it is the responsibility of the government to ensure all children can attend their lessons. So Toastmaster Ayush mentioned that only up to 50% of the people have internet penetration currently. This helps my point in elaborating how the government has conveniently left it to the helpless parents to arrange devices and internet connectivity, where today education is only accessible to the privileged. This goes against the very fabric of our constitution, and it further divides and discriminates against the less fortunate, and the government really needs to do better and find other alternatives until education can be conducted safely for all sections of society. This pandemic has forced many colleges to take their lessons online, as mentioned by Aman. He gave the example of IIMs. And so this has actually also created a tough decision for students where they have to choose between attending expensive colleges digitally versus no education. Estimates suggest that up to 30% of international students in colleges abroad are choosing to take a gap year and wait for a normal college experience rather than attending digitally. This gives us real world examples where digital education is not better than no education. So like Achyut mentioned earlier, students are wasting times on 6 apps on their phones. But I want to highlight that when parents have, and education is done digitally, parents have no choice but to leave students unsupervised for extended periods of times with their phones. And I invite him to understand that there are bigger dangers lurking on the internet. This reminds me of the Blue Whale Challenge that not very long ago targeted young children on chat rooms and blogs and sent shivers down the spines of parents around the world. This was a sick creation which assigned 50 dangerous tasks in 50 days and encouraged self-harm, extreme behavior, with committing suicide as the final task. It was linked to the deaths of over 100 children, some as young as 12 years, leaving parents distraught and utterly powerless. I invite my opponents to see this topic from the weeping eyes of these parents and see if it's still worth the risk. Digital education is like a new and untested vaccine that we want to hastily and carelessly administer to our vulnerable kids because of the desperation of the current times. And given the associated dangers and risks, I want to conclude that this untested vaccine is not better than no education. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Harsh Diwan. Can we have a minute's silence? Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anirban. Well, the last speaker of Team A and for the day is going to rebut all the speakers from Team N as well as give his closing argument. And the speaker is the captain of Team A, Toastmaster Dr. Rupesh Singh. The stage is all yours.
Audible and visible?
Yes, Toastmaster Rupesh.
Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, whenever you're in crisis, any wise man will think, what is the need of the hour? In current situation, I believe education at any cost is a need of hour. So you do not wish to compromise with the time and ear. And digital education is the only platform available. Again, we are living in the education communication era, and digital medium is the main medium to communicate. Toastmaster Naman already kept all the points how Pakistan went 1.5 years back because of the ignorance of the art. I myself seen how people are get connected because of this digital education. The maids coming in my home, they came and asked help, and because of my father got involved, and it is also helping us how it is getting connected, and they should get benefit. My dear friend, scarcity, innovation of anything. Anand Kumar of Super 30 is the best example. No one ever thought the unprivileged children will get chance to IIM. Why I'm giving this example, that time also that kind of situations were there, no one dreamed of, and everyone know about the Super 30. My dear friend, Khan Academy increased by 300% during lockdown. Example of blue whale given by Toastmaster Harsh. That problem was even there when this lockdown situation was not there. Parents need to be aware. Parents need to focus. Parents need to monitor how your children are performing. If you're ignorant, anything can happen. And main point, I didn't see anyone from my opponent team given what is the example. If you're saying there should be no education, there will be a hard stop. Again, how much year we will go back, we don't know. And all is not a responsibility of government. We are the educated people. We need to come with the option. And current option is digital. We are not saying it is going to replace anything. This is the only option available which we are utilizing nowadays. Even example given of a 30% on a gap, 30% student chose to take a gap. My dear friend, it is a competitive era. If you are taking gap, others will go ahead. No, we can't go behind. We need to continue our education, and we have all the means. Whenever you start new things, challenges will be there, but we need to come out with the challenges. Things will be normal. Exams will happen on time, which Supreme Court told. So my dear friend, it is a normal phenomenon. Whenever there is a problem, your problem, you will become lawyer. When others' problem creating by others, you will become judge. This is not a time of becoming judge and lawyer. It is a time to become collaborative. And the Vasudev Kutumbakam, that world is the family. Be with the world in a tough situation. Don't stop. Go ahead. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Dr. Rupesh. Can we have a minute's silence for the judges to mark their ballots? Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anirban. Well, I hope the judges have marked their ballots and the ballots have been collected. Well, when I'm a Toastmaster, I'm the Toastmaster of the day. I usually have this feeling that whenever the speaker is speaking and if he's good, I have to commend him then and there itself. Whenever I'm the MC, I have this habit. But because of this debate scenario, I am the MC today. And I am constantly thinking that when am I getting the chance to commend each and every one of you all who've put up such a great show. Usually when people hear something, they form an opinion about it. Same was with me when I heard this topic which is digital education is better than no education. I had an opinion, I won't say what that was. But when I heard every one of you all, I got a lot of perspective into this topic. I also went a little further to think the other side, which I wasn't really considering. And that was the best thing about the speakers today. You all did put up a good show, but the best thing was you all put up a good statistics, you put up good points, good reasons to back your argument. And that was the wonderful thing about all the speakers today. I won't say which motion I was with, for or against, but I must say that I am there. I am listening to each and every one of you all, and I am really happy that I could be a part of this so that I could gain more exposure and perspective to this topic. Like I said earlier, I haven't been a part of a lot of debates, but looking at this debate, I must say that it is a cool thing to be a part of. And maybe if I get chance the other time, I might participate as well. So thank you so much to all our debaters, all our participants. And okay, Toastmaster Gaurav is typing something and I must see it right now. The debate is over, you can say. Okay. The debate is over. That is why I'm commending all of you right now so that there's no biasness and stuff. But before moving ahead, there are a few guests over here that I would love to have a conversation with and know their views towards for this topic. And starting with, I want to talk to Toastmaster Panna Ray. Everyone has been pinging me that please ask Panna ma'am to speak. So ma'am, please come forward and give your viewpoints on the speeches or the topic, anything. Toastmaster Panna?
I think Panna ma'am just dropped off.
Oh. All right. We have others as well. We have Monu Bhagat. Sir, are you a guest? Monu Bhagat, sir, are you a guest? Can you unmute yourself? Okay, I think he's not here. Okay, we have our veteran member, Toastmaster Vandana Agarwal. Ma'am, please, can we have a few words from you regarding the topic or the speakers, anything? Why is everyone dropping off when I'm asking them to speak?
The mic. I can't unmute. Yes, now I've unmuted. Yes, sir. Yes, I just loved it. And I really wanted to attend right from the beginning, but somehow my internet dropped today and I could not be a part of the whole show. But when it was a very interesting thing to have, because we have a school in Jharkhand, in Ghatshira. It's a small school with around 1,400 children, and we are still we're struggling with digital education or not. And since it's a village, and I heard one of you saying that it's not easy for people to have access to internet. Yes, it is right, because people don't have access to internet, and when we are having a first-hand experience when the children are not getting internet access, and our attendance in the classes is just around 40 to 50%. But then there are ways when we can find some other ways and do continue with digital education. And I think this is the need of the hour, and one should do about. Since the debate is over, so I'm talking in for the motion. Otherwise, both the parties have put in very good arguments, and I really loved each and every argument, and everything made sense. So congratulations to all the participants. It doesn't matter who wins, but the fight was very good. I really liked it. Thank you.
I completely second that, ma'am. The fight was really good. And thank you so much, ma'am, for taking out time and joining in. It was lovely to have you. Well, to all the participants over here, we have a district officer among us. And as I said, district officer, he started laughing, showing his 22 teeth. 32 teeth. He's the assistant district public relations manager and a very dear friend of mine. He's the global tech master. That is a new term first time given to any Toastmaster. He's a global tech master. So can we have Toastmaster Deepak, and we can have his important and valuable insights towards this topic and the speakers. Now that's a spotlight.
Thank you so much. Actually, the host just gave me a notification to unmute myself and turn on my camera. So I asked him, why are you doing this? And just when he said district officer, I got it. Okay, what is coming towards me? So if I joined midway, so I did not hear both the motions completely. But if I were against the motion, then I would have probably explained that the online courses are mostly divided into very small segments, and a lot of people, what they try to do is they learn a very small part and they try to do really big things. For example, a few years ago, somebody just learned how to hack, and they are not taught in school how to hack, and they learned it online. And this one kid just hacked one nuclear plant in Israel. Now, you see, it's pretty dangerous because he knew how to hack, but since he had already hacked a nuclear power plant, he could have just destroyed the entire thing, and it would have affected a lot of people. Thankfully, it didn't happen, but there was chances of doing so. So what online or digital learning do is they give you knowledge, but they didn't explain you or tell you the responsibility that comes along with the knowledge, right? A lot of people we have certain symptoms of illness and we just go online and try to treat ourselves. Okay, this is not right. So this is, in a lot of sense, it does it. And since this is one problem, what we can do to solve is to create courses accordingly, okay, that explains both the knowledge and the responsibility that comes along with it. That's how I see it.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Deepak. One best thing about Toastmaster Deepak is that whenever he comes to say anything on stage, he has a story for everything. You ask him A, he will have a story for A. You ask him Z, he will have a story for Z as well. He has unlimited stories in his docket. Well, we have a guest among us, guest Saloni Arora, who's been right here in this meeting throughout. And guest Saloni, we would love to have a review from you, a feedback from you regarding the debate.
Thank you, Rahul. It was a great experience coming back and seeing the debate, because I got out from college last year and I graduated last year, and I was heading the debating society of my college. So I love debate. It's like within me. And thank you, Gaurav, for inviting me here to see this today, because I got super excited about the fact that he's going for a debate. And when I heard the motion, I was like, how can someone go against this? How? But when I heard the team going against the motion, I was really inspired with the presence of mind, with the taking such a stance, because it's an obvious motion that yes, obviously we need education. We can't let go no matter what the circumstances are. And so that gives you an upper hand when you're going for a motion like that. But I went blank when I was thinking against the motion. So it was a great fight, like both the parties, both the teams were neck to neck. And especially Harsh, I loved how he brought up the blue whale challenge, because that shows utter presence of mind. And even Gaurav for the cow, I forgot the name, sorry, Kuldeep. So even that, like those things were really nice. And I think I was constantly talking along with the team that was going for the motion, because my thoughts were in line with them. So it was a great show. It was a very good debate. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guest Saloni, for that wonderful feedback. Well, now it is time to appreciate the effort of certain people. And to start with, we have our esteemed judges. The first judge that we have has been the charter member of this 12-year-long legacy. He's been the past division governor and is considered as the godfather of Kolkata Toastmasters Club. He's been the past district evaluation and table topics champion. And keeping all that aside, he's one person that not only members from Kolkata Toastmasters Club, but I think each and every member from District 41 looks up to. That is none other than distinguished Toastmaster Naveen Mishra. Sir, can you please have you say something on the topic or on the speakers?
Thank you so much, first and foremost, for those very kind words, Rahul, because it means a lot. I have not been very regular to Kolkata Toastmasters, but when I see you people heaping praise on somebody who's retired hurt now, just goes to show that maybe I did not do too bad a job. Coming back to what Saloni was talking about, I never went to a college where I could have the privilege of being part of a debating society, although they had a debating society in St. Xavier's College and St. Xavier's School. But I was too shy to speak then, and that was one of the reasons why I joined Toastmasters in the first case. Ladies and gentlemen, today it was a pleasure hearing both the sides. Everybody has a point of view, and that's why we debate. But sometimes when you have a point of view and you cannot express it properly, then you have a panel discussion. And today, I felt that the fire in the debate was missing. Somebody will win, somebody will lose. That's part of destiny. I'm not getting into all that. For me, both you guys, both teams did extremely well. And I heard some very good speeches because I heard some very good points being filtered through. But on the cuff of it, which I wanted was an evening full of sparks. I wanted something which the moderator would have said the nation wants to know, which I felt that maybe lagged. It happens. It happens because of experience. It happens because of circumstances. It also happens because of the pandemic sometimes. But remember one thing, I was anticipating a lot much more about here and now. So when you talk about here and now, gentlemen, you talk about digital being so much in your face. You don't have a Kolkata Toastmasters meeting. Then how would have the debate been done if there was no digital? And on the flip side, I'm not being biased towards anyone here. On the flip side, everybody who's gone and experienced the aura, the ethos, the environment of being present at the Kolkata Toastmasters Stadium, I call it the stadium because that's a happy hunting ground for me, will always appreciate that that completely is lacking. It's completely gone. It's completely not felt when you come online. You ask any student who's having classes online and he says he misses school. I have children who I have to drive to the campus just to show them that the school still exists. But their classes are being held online. So to each his own. But overall, great effort. And thank you so much in the first place, Gurpreet, for thinking that I was worthy enough of coming in and having my little say on this subject. I'm really honored that this Sunday was so fruitful after a very long period of time. And I see a lot of known faces. Hi, Gaurav. Hi, Deepak. Saloni, it was good hearing your points of view. And Dr. Saab, I can't see you, but I'm sure that you're hammering in a lot of points. The new beard on your face looks good. Take care, gentlemen, and all the best. And I can only say that au revoir for Kolkata Toastmasters Club.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure listening to you. It's been a long time, but it was just amazing listening to you. Moving on, we have the second judge, who's been the past area director, is the immediate past president of Kolkata Toastmasters Club, and has been the Division International Speech Contest champion in 2018. She was also the assistant district PR manager, and by profession, she's a soft skills trainer. So can we have a huge round of virtual applause for distinguished Toastmaster Archita Tiwari?
Yes. Hello, Rahul. Thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. Good evening, debaters. It's been a wonderful experience hearing all of you debate. And I think the topic is very controversial. Everybody has an opinion on this topic currently. Some are in favor of digital education and some are not. I think all the participants present here today did a fair amount of research, were able to put forward points that really mattered, and were expressive about their opinions. They were opinionated, which is why I think they are all debaters. It is wonderful to see certain Toastmasters that I haven't seen in a while. I don't remember when I met Harsh last in person. So I think it was probably the previous year debate. Am I right, Harsh?
Yeah, you are right.
Yeah, we met last when we had the debate, and then I'm seeing him again. Gaurav only makes a guest appearance when someone has got to persuade him and, like really convince him to do so. Otherwise, he has a lot of footage. So good job done bringing him in. Anisha, as the artist, has stopped coming to the meeting, which is very weird, considering she tells me every week that I'm going to be there this week. So this is all really sad. But then, guys, all I want to say before I comment on the debate is the simple fact that I miss you guys. And I miss seeing these faces in the club. Harsh, you were brilliant today, I felt. And I really think you should come more often. Gaurav, I know you're a busy personality and you're going to be in vogue very soon with respect to everything that you're doing. But take some time out and be there at a place where people want to see you and hear you speak. You once won our hearts with humor, and I'm sure everybody would like to hear such humor, sassy comments once again. So, guys, make sure that you come back more often. Rupesh sir is one of those people that I reach out to whenever I need someone to tell me that, sir, can we do this? How do we do this? He's a man full of ideas. So I really think that it's wonderful to have him. Shaunak, it was wonderful hearing you. I know I'm commenting more on the participants than on the topic, but I'll be very honest. It's so nice to see some members after some really long time. And Aman, you're very new, and it's wonderful to see you participating here. So thank you so much, first of all, everyone, for being here. As far as my opinion on the topic is concerned, I really feel digital education is yet to be adapted, because digital education cannot be another form or medium of education. It has to be a mindset. It has to be an apparatus by which we agree to self-control and parent ourselves and make sure that we are adapting to it before we ask the kids to adapt to it. We have to make sure that we tell the kids that this is the new norm, and we tell them and we want them to be a part of it as much as they would like to be a part of it. I think kids have only seen cell phones as a medium of a game, or they've seen it as an entertainment device. They've never seen it seriously. They've never taken it seriously. It's time to change that norm. It's time to change that thinking process. It's time to tell them that it's now a device that can educate, inform, and help you grow into a better individual. So I think those points were missing. Also, as Toastmasters, I agree with what Naveen sir said, and it's so nice to see him on the virtual platform after ages. And the fact that he is not debating is a little I mean, I wish I could hear him debate because I don't know how many of you have, but I have heard him put some very strong opinions on brilliant topics. And of course, to the opposition against whom he is debating, it's lucky because you guys would really be ripped apart, so to say, lightly. But it's wonderful to see you, sir. And I really, really think great job done by the team to be able to bring him here in this virtual platform because I know he's running really, really busy. Like I've had personal conversations and I know as a matter of fact that he's running very busy because of which he's not being able to take time out at all. So thank you so much for doing that. And like I said, we have to make sure that we have more fire. We have more passion when we are debating. I am not a polite Toastmaster when I debate, which is exactly what I did yesterday as the moderator. I was moderating the debate yesterday, and to be very honest, I don't know how many of you noticed, I received at least 10 messages saying that Archita, you know, you were a little rude, you were a little too sarcastic, you probably should have been lighter, you know, you should have spoken a little more politely. In a debate, guys, if you're not full of sassy comments, I don't find it entertaining. So I really feel that we have misunderstood the concept of debate as prepared speeches. It's not another prepared speech. It's something that, you know, you have to make sure that you win. And when I say wins, it means snatch away from the other team. That's how simply I can put it. Thank you so much, everyone. And back to you, Rahul. Thank you for having me here.
Thank you, DTM Archita. Naveen sir has something to say for us. Sir, you can go ahead. So you're on mute. You're on mute.
Yeah, thank you so much, Rahul, for the permission. If Tiwari speaks and I don't rebut or I don't put forward my points, then I'm doing injustice to my love and emotion towards her. So ladies and gentlemen, let's add some fire to the finishing ends, the embers of this particular debate. So let me ask my honorable judge, Archita ji, would you be honest in telling me if your mom is taking digital classes?
Yes, she is.
Okay, so for the people who are for the motion, here is a teacher who's been teaching in an orthodox medium for close to about a decade and a half, and she adapts because she needs to take classes, not so much because of the student population, but because she has to look after her family. Nobody touched upon that particular point, which said that people are shifting to the digital platform, working from home, taking things back from office to their residences, looking after their interests because they have a family to feed. And now the flip side, for those who were against the motion. Did you see my dear friend Archita ji today on screen? Have you ever seen her in this disheveled state within the portals of the hallowed Kolkata Toastmasters Club, where she appears like a diva every time that she fleets across? And that's the whole point about...
I just wanted to switch off the video and will switch the video off. This is very, very hurtful.
Okay, now that we are firing, so you can come back, ma'am, because I just wanted to add the fire. Now, this is exactly the point that I'm facing with people who are coming online for education. They are wearing ties around their neck and almost nothing within. Where's the discipline about it? Was the opposition talking about discipline, saying, do you need only education or do you need another brick in the wall? Tiwari ji, thank you for coming back. At least you heard about the brick on the wall.
I did. And as far as disheveled state is concerned, I really think staying in my comfort zone, I don't need to always look like the diva. Plus the virtual, feature does not allow me to interact with everybody in person. So I'm far away from the judgmental eyes of everybody. And it helps me feel and believe that I can look beautiful just as I am without any makeup, without any filter, without any application of anything whatsoever. So natural is beautiful, and that's my new norm.
Tiwari ji, I completely agree. I only wanted to fire it to hear whatever you just said, and I did. Thank you so much, Rahul, for the opportunity.
Thank you so much, sir. We were witnessing a new mini debate over here, and we were absolutely loving it. I really wished you could have continued and gone, and I could have listened to it.
I could have continued, but there are a lot of good things I want to talk about, Archita ji, which is completely private and confidential. Can't be done on a digital medium. Gaurav, stop smiling.
I agree. I am on board with that point.
Anyway, moving ahead, thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Naveen sir and distinguished Toastmaster Archita. We have the third judge, which is the president of Kolkata Toastmasters Club, an all-rounder. She manages her kids, she manages her job, and she manages the club the best way possible. She's one person I look up to in Kolkata Toastmasters Club if I have to consider managing things correctly and in a systematic manner. So can we have a huge round of virtual applause for our president, Toastmaster Shreya Goswami Rai?
I think
Toastmaster
Shreya is facing some connectivity issues.
All right. No worries. We can move ahead with the results. But before that, as we all know, it has become like a tradition in Kolkata Toastmasters Club, or whenever we have any special meeting or any milestone meeting, we have this one person who has to, what do you call that when a person sings a shairi? What do you call that? So we have Toastmaster Dr. Rupesh with us, the Shairi King. And sir, we are dying to listen to a shairi of yours. Can you please unmute yourselves and, just sing a shairi? I don't know what shairi is supposed to be done with. Just sing a shairi. Sorry.
Shairi, Rahul, you're killing it really bad. Like, stop.
I'm sorry. I just don't know what to do. What is supposed to be done with the shairi? So I just said sing a shairi.
तो शायरी अर्ज करते हैं.
अर्ज करने के अर्ज करने से पहले इरशाद बोलते हैं. तहजीब
इरशाद रुपेश जी इरशाद
अर्ज किया है. Because again we are talking about the motivational thing, so I'll start with that. परिंदों को भी मंजिल मिलेगी, परिंदों को भी मंजिल मिलेगी, परिंदों को भी मंजिल मिलेगी, ये उनके पर बोलते हैं. अक्सर वो खामोश रहते हैं जिंदगी में जिसके हुनर बोलते हैं.
वाह वाह
वाह वाह. और अभी एक जस्ट मैंने अपने व्हाट्सएप में लगाया हुआ है, इश्क किया था हमने भी, हम भी रातों को जागे थे. इश्क किया था हमने भी, हम को जागे थे. था कोई. थैंक यू.
रुपेश जी, मैं तो बीच का एक्चुअली थोड़ा बिकॉज सुनाई नहीं दिया, तो अगर आप हो सके तो वापस प्लीज बोल दीजिए.
सेकंड वाला, इश्क किया था हमने भी, हम भी रातों को जागे थे. इश्क किया था हमने भी, हम भी रातों को जागे थे. था कोई जिसके पीछे हम भी नंगे पांव भागे थे.
वाह, थैंक यू सो मच टोस्टमास्टर डॉक्टर रुपेश. As Naveen sir said, तहजीब and अर्ज वो तो नहीं पता, but when Rupesh sir, again sings a shairi, oh my god, just sings a shairi, I always just end up saying wow and all. I just know that. So thank you so much, Toastmaster Dr. Rupesh.
रुपेश सर जहाँ से हैं, रुपेश सर जिस प्रांत से हैं, वहाँ अक्सर लोग नंगे पैर मंदिर के बाहर भागते हैं जब कोई चप्पल लेके भाग जाता है.
इसलिए सर दिल से निकला वाला.
निकले या पैर से मेरे भाई.
Another thing, so मैं रुपेश जी की टीम पे था, right? And being on रुपेश जी's team, we learned another thing. And I think the second शायरी रुपेश जी के काफी close है, क्योंकि उसका इतना profound impact पड़ा कि रात को क्या जागते थे, आजकल तो वो 10:30 बजे तक flat, like he's not available and he's asleep by 10. So he must have, yeah. And I think sir काफी भागे होंगे क्योंकि आज वो मैराथन रनर भी बन गए हैं.
सही बात.
भागते भागते आदत लग गया.
यही सर, पता ही नहीं चला लाइफ में कर क्या रहे हैं, भागते हुए तो पहुंच जाते हैं. अच्छा, भाग ही रहे हैं अभी तक.
थैंक यू सो मच टोस्टमास्टर डॉक्टर.
फाइन.
नहीं आप बोलिए.
अगर है तो एक और सुनाता हूं मैं. अगर
बेशक
अर्ज किया है.
बेशक.
ओके. तुमसे कुछ कहना है मगर कभी तुम नहीं मिलते, कभी अल्फाज नहीं मिलते. ये दूरियां तो मिटा दो एक पल में, मगर कभी कदम नहीं चलते, कभी रास्ते नहीं मिलते. तुम्हें पाना चाहता हूं उम्र भर के लिए, मगर कभी हालात नहीं मिलते, कभी जज्बात नहीं मिलते.
अरे वाह सर, आप एक काम करिए ना, आप 2-3 ठो मेरे को व्हाट्सएप कर दीजिए, मैं भी कहीं फॉरवर्ड कर दूंगा.
so knew this was coming. I so knew Rahul is going to ask कि Shrupesh ji please forward कर दीजिए 4-5 अलग नंबरों को भेजना है.
The new generation is getting too lazy.
जब राहुल ने बोला मुझे सुनाई नहीं दिया थोड़ा सा मुझे पक्का लगा कि
नोट डाउन कर.
हाँ नहीं I swear मुझे तो ये लगा that he's going to write it down.
राहुल तू ब्रॉडकास्ट करता है क्या?
हाँ.
अरे उसका एक लिस्ट प्रिपेयर्ड है.
नहीं ब्रॉडकास्ट वगैरह एक को ही भेजना है लेकिन वो सारा भेजूंगा मैं. Anyway, thank you so much Toastmaster Dr. Rupesh ji for that wonderful shairi. Moving on, it's time for results. We'll start with the best team, and the best team goes to the team that is going to compete against Team Naren next Sunday. Is Team N, the captain of which is Toastmaster Anisha Agarwal. Team N. Well done, Team N, Toastmaster Anisha's team. Brilliant job. And now it is time for the best speaker. Well, I got the results later, but once I heard this speaker, I was pretty much sure that this guy is taking it. This guy is taking it home. And the best speaker is Toastmaster Harsh Diwan.
Thank you.
Toastmaster Harsh, you were brilliant today. You were fantastic. Thank you so much for those wonderful points. And thank you to each and every one of you all for making it to this debate, for participating, for adding so much value to this tug of words. And I really hope that the kind of turnout, the kind of participation we've had over here, we have for our finals as well. That is next Sunday. So wish to see you all over there. And before concluding the meeting, I have a few people to thank as well. Our timer, that was Toastmaster Anirban. Our tech moderators, Toastmaster Mridula and Toastmaster Anirban again. And the two people who are running the show, who are behind the curtains and who are doing so many things. That's our Vice President Education, Toastmaster Mridula, and our Vice President Membership, Toastmaster Gurpreet. They have been working tirelessly to conduct this debate in the best way possible. So thank you so much to both of you all for giving us an entertaining Sunday. And we hope that we have another such wonderful Sunday next week as the finals. And till then, thank you so much for being a part of this debate. And yeah, thank you.
Can we have a group picture, please?
Oh yeah, sure. Good picture. I was just thinking I'm forgetting one particular thing. Good picture. हमेशा भूलता हूँ.
And thank you so much, Toastmaster Rahul, for being a wonderful moderator for the event. We couldn't have thought of anybody better than you. So thank you so much. And let's have a group picture with everybody with smiling faces. I would request Toastmaster Shreya, Toastmaster Rajiv, Toastmaster Monu, if you're in the meeting, kindly switch on your videos. And Toastmaster Anirban. Hi, Ayush. Can you hear us? Okay. Can we put a V or no, some kind of pose?
Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. New. Something new. Come on. Yeah.
All right. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Say cheese.
Cheese.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you so much, everyone.
For joining us.